Welcome to the 2015 Rally America National Championship, combining some of the world's best drivers on some of the toughest stage roads in North America. Through 8 rounds of racing spanning coast to coast across the United States, through mud, snow, dust, and forest, one radio show is there covering all the action. This is Rally America Radio. Good morning and welcome to Rally America Radio. This is round 3 of the Rally America National Championship at the Oregon Trail Rally. We're hanging out in Hood River, Oregon currently. We got Parc Expose going on for day number 3. Heck of a shootout atop the leaderboard right now. We got David Higgins holding just about a minute lead over Adam Yeoman in second, pushing him in the open class. And then third in the national group overall in super production. First in super production, Nick Roberts. When you look at the entire rally as a whole, we've got a regional entry of Jeff Seahorn in super production, pushing Nick Roberts, actually ahead of Nick Roberts on time. So lots of different storylines coming into play. Day number 3, weather looking to be beautiful, probably replicating yesterday's sunny weather, no rain. Remember yesterday we had a little rain in the morning, that cleared up, had sunshine, but right now clear skies, not a cloud in sight. So another sunny day of rally racing out here at the Oregon Trail Rally. Today, quite different from yesterday's stages. Yesterday, more wide open plains, cars hitting their top speed. Today, we change it up a bit, running through some forest, nice, tight, twisty, technical rallying. So quite a diverse set of stages you've seen here at the Oregon Trail Rally. Kicking things off, a lot of tarmac and a little rallycross feel at Portland International Raceway. Day 2 had us out in the open plains and some wide open nature of rally. Day 3, it's tight, twisty, technical in the forest. You got to love this 3-day event here in Oregon, throwing a little bit of everything at these drivers. On tap today, 6 stages that's going to determine your 2015 Oregon Trail Rally overall champion. Starting things off, we've got stage number 13, Husky South, followed by Gilhooly North and Husky South 2. That's an 8.5, 5, and an 8.5 miler. And then we take a 70-minute service in Hood River, Oregon. And then we've got Gilhooly South, Husky North, and Gilhooly South again, which is about a 5-mile, an 8-mile, and a 5-mile stage. All things end early this evening, and we will crown a champion here in Hood River. Great bunch of rallying on tap today. Some very interesting stages with the technical nature of them, and we're going to see if we can catch up with some drivers and see what they have to say about today. Day 3 here at Oregon Trail Rally, catching up with Nick Roberts, Rhiannon Gelsomino, currently sitting in first in super production, third overall, in the national series. Take us through the weekend. I know it's been a bit emotional for both of you.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's just, to be here at day 3 is great. I mean, to get through yesterday's stages for the first time in my career, definitely happy about that. Happy to be here today. Happy to get out on these Mount Hood stages because they're just absolutely incredible, very tight technical stages. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, today will be a great day. Like Nick said, yesterday was a bit of a point and squirt. You'd get around the corner and you just went flat out to the next corner. So today's more technical. We're up in the mountains. We've got tree lines to follow, which will be a really great day, and we're really looking forward to getting out there. Hopefully there's not too much dust. Hopefully they got a bit of rain out there, and that would be the only concern in those stages.
Well, and I know some of the stages yesterday, Nick, towards the end of the day, you actually hadn't driven before. I believe today's stages, because of the reverse order from 2 years ago, you've actually got experience on these stages, right? Yeah,
luckily. So I've been on some of these roads 2 years ago now, so that definitely helps a little bit. It's definitely nice when you get a little bit of experience on a road. But like Rhiannon was saying, I mean, yesterday it's just flat out. There's no tree lines. It's I don't know. It takes a lot of commitment. And then today's driving suits my style a little bit more, just tight, technical, and a lot more aggressive, I guess.
Well, and I know you've driven these before, also with your brother Brendo a couple years ago, correct?
Yeah, look, these stages will be fun today. I did them in 2013 like Nick did as well, and we're really looking forward to it. I think, like Nick said, it definitely suits our style a bit better than more technical stages, so hopefully we can hold on to the third place and secure our SP win. That's our ultimate goal.
Yep. Well, and, looking at that, currently leading in SP, I know... I believe Lachlan a couple minutes back at this point. I mean, what's going to take today to stay out front?
I think we're just going to try to take it easy. I mean, obviously, we have a championship we want to win. I haven't won a championship yet. So, we've got first. We've got a good gap. I think we'll try to stay there. But in the same sense, we'll just kind of see the first few stages, how things go. And, we'd like to stay on the overall podium if possible, and never know what kind of luck we'll have or anybody else has. So we'll just try to stay in the heat anyway for the overall podium.
Well, thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, continue to walk through this Parc Expose, catching up with David Sterks, adjusting some cameras. Car's looking good, ready to go today?
Yeah, we had something that's really stupid yesterday. A piece of rubber went into the turbo and just shut the car and wouldn't start. So, but today we're starting with the penalty, and we only missed 2 stages, so it's not that bad. But we have a goal today is to get back on the podium. We have to catch a little less than 3 minutes on Nick Roberts. So we're gonna do a hard push and try to get back on the podium. It's gonna be tough, but it's possible.
Well, I know you fought a few problems yesterday, but it seemed like when the car was running, it was running very fast.
Well, yeah, it was running really fast because I checked the times of the past of last year, and some stages we were faster than the best time of last year. So that's really good because Travis and David were going really fast last year, and this year Adam and I were in a really good pace. So that's good.
Awesome. Well, looking forward to seeing you make that push today, and good luck.
Thank you.
All right, catching up here with Jeff Seahorn. I got to tell you kind of the story of the rally, regional entry that's found his way into the top 3 on time. Kind of take us through the rally so far, because you guys have been pretty much on point.
Yeah, it's I thought about it. Last year was my first year in rally. This was my first event last year, and we gained a lot of speed throughout last year's regionals. We actually won Olympus Super Production, then we were 3rd overall regionally at Olympus at our second event. And, just both my co-drivers have been great last year, and then Michael's back in the seat with me again. It's just that's what it really takes is great co-drivers, because after you get the car settled in the corners and you figure out what it needs to be in the notes that they're calling, it's actually pretty easy compared to like racing motorcycles that I'm used to. So, we're just following his notes, and the event's actually the exact same except in the first stage last year, which was uphill. But so I have a pretty good visualization of all the stages, and I got a pretty good visual memory from racing motorcycles. And it's just been, we've just been hitting our marks and hitting all the late braking points on the chicanes and making up a lot of time there. So.
So, looking at 2015 as a whole, what's kind of the plans for your team? Obviously, you've had so far, a lot of success here at Oregon Trail. We're going to see you at Olympus. What's the plans for this year?
Yeah, I'm signed up for a regional at Olympus. We might bump up to national if we can afford to. Pretty much these events kind of make and break my bank account, so that's why I'm running regional. I wanted to run national, but it's just a little bit more funding to pay, so. Which will be nice for the more notoriety and get to run with the big guys. But I'm kind of bummed I didn't sign up. But still, I would have lost another $500 even with the Subaru money if I do win SP this weekend. So we'll see. There's a lot of people talking to me, and maybe we'll get some more sponsorship, and maybe we'll see me on a national for Olympus.
All right, well, it's great catching up with you, and you're definitely doing a great job, so good luck today, and hopefully you can still continue to push.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, we're catching up with George Plasek. How's everything going, man? You guys are pushing towards the front, had a great rally so far.
Yeah, it's going great. Having a good time. The roads are awesome. Having a good clean run. I think we lost close to 2 minutes on one stage following a car in pretty heavy dust. Couldn't get around him, but costing us a podium so far. But it's going to be a tough fight. Nick's going really good, and David's running our heels, so should be a good fight today.
Yeah. Well, and I know how as a whole, you're worried about the dust today. I know yesterday, obviously, with the rain, nobody was really expecting it. It came up out of nowhere. And today, with the trees and stuff like that, dust kind of sits in there and doesn't blow out if it, gets too dusty.
I'm not too worried right now. I think it did rain quite heavily here on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday morning. I know in Dufur we were checking the weather station. It didn't rain there much this week, so I'm hoping the forest is pretty wet.
How did the roads today, being a little bit more technical than yesterday's kind of flat out, does that cater your driving style better, or what's plans for today?
Definitely suits me better. I come from Southern California where you rally in those tight, twisty hills, so it's all really technical, twisty, and not really used to going flat out and just gear all day long. So hopefully it'll play in my favor today.
All right. Well, looking forward to watching the continued push, and good luck.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, catching up with Adam Yeoman. Great rally so far. I know within a minute of Higgins, you got to be pretty excited about where you sit.
Yeah, for sure. It was a great day for us yesterday. It's the quickest we've ever been, the best the pace has ever been. So it was fun. It's the most fun rallying I've had in a long time. It's great having a fight with Sturks and a fight with Higgins. So it was, just an awesome day yesterday.
Yeah. I think this is what a lot of fans have been looking forward to is, an open class battle. And, between you and the two Davids, it's been a heck of a fight so far.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome having David as a teammate, too. We push each other good and hard and, trading a couple seconds here and there. It's good motivation to keep on pushing hard. Higgins ended up taking a little bit of time out of us on the last two stages last night. So, we're sitting a minute back, which is still the best we've ever been. But I think it's going to kind of change our game plan today. We need to get some points after our first two DNFs, and so we're just going to take it easy, kind of hold on to see if there's any issues, but we're just hoping to be on the podium.
Well, and looking at today's set of stages, with the tight technical, stages, how they're laid out, quite different than yesterday. I mean, is that catered to your driving style? You're more of a flat-out guy.
Yeah, I like the flat-out stuff. Although the stages here are beautiful, and it's nice to get the mix up from yesterday to today's stuff. I think David Higgins is certainly better on the stuff today than I am, and so I expect him to take more time on me. But we're just going to go out and have some fun. The car's been great; it's been a joy to drive, and so we're just going to keep on trucking along and have some fun today.
All right, well, good luck out there, and, congrats on the great run so far.
Cool, thank you.
All right, catching up with Craig Drew here at Parc Expose. Obviously, David got quite a line of fans there, and tell us about the rally so far. You had some ups and downs, but you guys have about a minute lead right now going into the final day. You got to be happy with that. All things considered.
Yeah, we started Friday, had a great first night, won 4 stages. Yesterday, we pretty much nursed the car a lot with a few mechanical issues, which the guys have worked overnight to fix, hopefully. We struggled quite a lot yesterday with sweeping the road, so much loose gravel. People don't really realise how much of a disadvantage it is sweeping the loose road. But yeah, we kept going as we normally do. We pushed on pretty hard on the last couple of stages and managed to open up a minute lead. So the plan for today, the stages are completely different, very twisty, very technical, almost a lot more like back home. So stages we're definitely comfortable on. So we're just going to push on this morning, see where that takes us, hopefully extend our lead a little bit. But, we don't need to take any risks today. We just need to try and bring the car home in one piece.
Yeah, I know. Stages quite vastly different today than they were yesterday. Looking at today's stages, obviously, suits you guys better. What do we know about the car? Obviously, it's a new build, and I know, through the first 2 stages with snow and ice, we weren't able to learn a lot. I mean, what have you guys learned about the car? Out here and finally some gravel conditions.
Well, we had a good test the other day on pretty twisty technical stages, so I'm pretty confident that the car should. We're going to learn a lot today for sure, because the car's never really done obviously any competition on tight and twisty stages yet on gravel. But the test was very representative of what the stages are today. So the car performed faultlessly on the test. So hopefully we'll have more of the same today. All
right. Well, good luck, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys later on today.
Thank you very much.
All right, catching up with Peter Fratella. How's everything looking out there? I mean, the car seems like you got rolling yesterday, and then and had some pretty good stages towards the end.
Yeah, yesterday was a pretty good day. No problems. After the second day, we didn't have much problems with the car. We didn't have much work, so everything looks good, and we're looking forward today.
Yep. And I know, the first day you had a problem with that shock. No problems yesterday with it at all?
No, everything is good.
Yeah. Well, looking at today, I know, you're within striking distance of a few vehicles. What are the plans for today's stages?
Still on the road, and we're looking to finish the rally. This is the more important thing for us.
Definitely looking at points at this point.
Exactly.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Peter. Good catching up with you, and good luck today.
Thank you very much. See you.
All right, catching up with Brenton Kelly as we make our way through this Parc Expose. Kind of give us a lowdown on yesterday, buddy.
Yesterday started off pretty well, and then we kind of ran into that little power issue. And as we fixed that, we kind of still weren't super happy with the times. After reviewing some of the video last night, it turns out we were topping out about 112 and just ran out of gearing after that. So some of the faster guys were, up into the 130s, 140s on those straights. But overall, happy with the drive. We both worked really, really well together, and looking to push more today. It's technical, less long straight, so I think I got a better chance of putting some more aggressive times down today and see where we can end up.
Yeah, I know talking with you, earlier on in the rally, we're definitely looking forward to day 3, the tight technical nature of the stages, figure that's kind of suits your driving style a little better.
Yeah, definitely. I grew up learning to rally and tight woods like that kind of stuff, and then working at Dirtfish definitely helped with all the tight technical courses we got there. The fast, flowy stuff, I just don't have the experience that these guys have holding it flat over that blind stuff. So still learning, but I feel like I'm making really good progress, and I'm happy with the way it's going.
All right, well, thanks a lot, Brendan, and good luck today.
Awesome, thank you.
All right, we're catching up with the super production driver Gary Gill. Kind of take us through the weekend. I know you have fighting some problems yesterday when I talked with you, and but you're back out here today.
Yeah, thank God. Fortunately, we've been able to rectify the problems. There were terminal issues with our ECU, and the boys worked really hard throughout the night. Thanks to John Reed for providing it. And we're back on track. According to Super Rally, we calculated we are still in 3rd place by about 10 seconds from 4th. So that's pretty good.
Especially all things considered, if you still have a shot at a podium, that's got to have you excited for the weekend.
Oh, definitely. We're here for the championship, and consistency is the big point in any championship victory. So I hope we can finish and be on the podium and take home the points.
Yeah, you guys have had a great battle this year. I mean, you and Nick Roberts and Lachlan for the points. I know coming into here, you were the points leader. Obviously we'll see how things shake up after this, but it's got to be exciting for you as a driver to have a good battle with a few other guys.
Well, yes, I don't take it like a battle because I take this as a sport and I enjoy it. But yeah, it is. If you put it in competitive terms, it's very competitive. I think they're wonderful drivers. And to be up there with them is an honor, and we'll see how it all pans out.
All right, well, thanks, Gary, and excited to see you back out here today, and with the car, sounds like it's ready to go.
Yes, thank you, and by God's grace, we'll finish.
All right, thanks a lot, Gary. All right, catching up with Troy Miller, current two-wheel drive leader here at Oregon Trail Rally. Got to have you pretty excited going into day number 3. I know you were looking forward to these stages all weekend long. Kind of suits your car.
Yeah, very excited for them. Tight and twisty, just what we're looking for.
So take us through the rally so far. Obviously, I know Chris was pushing pretty hard yesterday. Had some problems. Currently sitting in the lead. What are the plans for today?
We're just gonna take it. Take it safe. We have no reason to push. We've got a very comfortable lead right now, so we're just gonna drive our own race and try to get to the finish.
Looking at the season overall, obviously, you guys are sitting right in there in the points. That's got to have you excited. Looking at the outlook for the entire season.
Yeah, definitely. So we're in the lead right now, and this will give us, if we can finish today in first, this will give us a comfortable lead for the championship. So that's what we're looking for, and that's exactly what we want.
All right, well, thanks a lot, and I'm looking forward to following the race today.
All right, thank you.
All right, catching up with Steve LaRosa. We talked this morning earlier. Day number 3. I know definitely diversity of this rally is pretty crazy. Getting into some tight, technical, twisty stuff today. You looking forward to day number 3?
I'm really looking forward to the tight, technical stuff. I think that little Fiesta ST EcoBoost is just going to handle it well. We're going to be able to use the torque as opposed to high revving it, and I think it's going to handle it. I think it'll be good, and where we can go fast, there's a couple sections where you can go fast, but the majority of today is technical.
Well, I know it seems like from the start you kind of dealt a bad hand and you kind of been battling back, but you're doing a solid job of it.
Yeah, we dealt with a few gremlins on Friday night, and the car is running awesome. And yesterday we just plugged away, and each stage we did better and better and better. And now I think we're sitting second in two-wheel drive, and we run as hard as we can today and see where the chips lay.
Yeah. Well, it's today, so it's definitely push, or do you sit back and hope for problems and just to run clean? I mean, what is the game plan?
The way they're running the stages today, I think the first go around through the stages is to just run solid and see where we're at service, and then we're going to determine if we push or we don't push. I think Troy's got 9 minutes on us, and you translate that to seconds per mile, that's a lot. So we'll run fairly conservative the first go arounds through the stages, and then the last 3 we may push a little. the folks out of Canada in the Scion are 3 minutes behind us, so we got to go good. You know, we can't give up too much to them. So that's the plan for now, anyway.
All right, Steve. Well, thanks a lot. Looking forward to seeing the push.
Thanks, Jim. Appreciate it.
All right, catching up with James Robinson here, driver of the 2015 Honda Fit. I know, solid rally so far for you guys. Just kind of been plugging away, but, I know these stages were the ones you were looking forward to, day number 3.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to today. That should really help us claw back some of that time that we lost yesterday in those fast, long power stages. So, yeah, today's going to be the day.
Well, talking about the 2015 Honda Fit platform, I know obviously this is the first proper gravel rally you guys have been able to have it out on. How has that been? I mean, you pretty excited with it?
Yeah, it's actually a fantastic platform. I actually like it a little bit better than our old 2009 Fit. Real easy to drive, very neutral handling. It's just easy to push to the limit.
So, looking at these tight technical stages, I know you guys are a little bit different running a CVT transmission. I mean, is it, how have you had to adjust your driving style to the new transmission?
Well, the one thing that's really been a challenge is getting used to not having any engine braking. Having the CVT, it basically uncouples when you lift off the throttle. So for us, it's been trying to figure out where I should actually put the brakes on or if I just leave my foot off it. But anyways, we're coming together with it pretty well. This has been a great rally to test it out. So things are looking good for the rest of the season, I think.
All right. Well, looking forward to seeing you, out there today. And, hopefully you can claw back some of that time.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks.
All right. Thanks, James. All right, drivers starting to leave out of here, out of the Parc Expose, to go out and hit the first stages of the day. First stage of the day, stage number 13. We've got 6 stages on tap today. Stage number 13 going down, that's Husky South, followed by Gilhooly North and Husky South the second, followed up by a 70-minute service park. That will be when you hear Rally America Radio next, is during that first and only service park of the day. And then we got 3 more stages on tap later this afternoon. Nothing real long today. Longest distance of a stage is about 8.5 miles. So a lot of shorter stages, but they are very tight, technical, twisty, forest type roads with a tree line on both sides of the stage. So definitely going to make for some interesting conditions and a change of pace for these drivers from yesterday in the wide open rolling hill nature of the stages. So it's been a great catching up with these drivers. Thanks to all of you for listening in to Rally America Radio. We'll be back at you from the first and only service of park of the day here at Rally America Radio. In the meantime, stay tuned to Rally America's social media channels, both Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for updates and timing and scoring updates. And then also our friends at iRally. Be sure and download that iRally app. Follow iRally on Twitter and social media. And as well as their website, we've got lots of content pumping out at rallyamerica.com. That's rally-america.com. And as always, got to thank Subaru and the all-new 2015 WRX STI for sponsoring this segment of Rally America Radio. This has been Jim Beaver, and we'll see you at the first service park of the day.
The Subaru WRX and WRX STI, a 268 horsepower turbocharged Subaru Boxer engine, rockets the WRX around corners and down straightaways. A race-ready 305 horsepower turbocharged Subaru Boxer engine keeps the WRX STI a rally legend. The Subaru WRX and WRX STI, it's not a sibling rivalry, it's a tag team. Get the latest from Subaru Rally Team USA at Subaru.com/rally.